Y'all ready to be history?
Get started.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
To the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional. They're motivated.
With Tech to the VO stars. George Whittam, founder of Source Elements. Robert Marshall, international audio engineer. Darren Robbo Robertson. And global voice. Andrew Peters. Thanks to Tribooth. Austrian Audio. Making passion heard. Source Elements. George the Tech Whittam. And Robbo and AP's international demos. To find out more about us, check theproaudiosuite.com.
Line up, ladies!
Here we go.
And welcome to another Pro Audio Suite thanks to Tribooth. Don't forget the code TRIPAP200 to get $200 off your Tribooth and Austrian Audio, making passion heard. For those of you who are listening, because we have no pictures, so you have no choice, but I'm sitting in a new space at the moment because I've been pulling my studio apart and finding some very strange things that I still can't work out why I bought in the first place. But anyway, they're all getting stacked up in the corner.
There's that doob I lost the other Friday night.
Oh, God.
Yeah, covered in mouse droppings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ew.
But,
Sorry.
yeah, no, that's not good. But yeah,
So what was the motivation to do this in the first place?
Actually, I've been thinking about it, but then a friend of mine who I've mentioned before, a guy called Pip, who lives around the corner. So anyway, Pip has a big studio in Melbourne, but he also has a set up, shipping container in his backyard down here. And he had left a load of gear in Melbourne and said, look, I need to build a little sidecar to put all my outboard in. Do you want one? And I'm like, yeah. So he built me one, which meant I could get all the outboard stuff out of that huge desk that was ridiculous. I'm sure you're going to say the outboard stuff's ridiculous as well. But anyway, so I've managed to get all that into a sidecar, condensed everything down. I built a new desk out of some beautiful Tassie oak and then moved the whole thing next to the booth here so I can actually look through the window into the booth if someone's in there doing a voice and I'm recording or vice versa. And it's a much nicer setup. And then I've got a big space behind me where I can set up my couch and just sort of sit around.
So much like most voiceover artists, Andrew's studio is now basically set up for doing nothing and the occasional voiceover if that's necessary. Exactly. If I really must. Hang on, let me just finish this cappuccino and I'll come voice that for you. Not a problem.
It's more of a viewing YouTube videos than working.
That's it.
Are those the videos you watch?
Yeah,
You're killing me now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're killing me. So you said you made some beautiful desk out of some beautiful oak.
Tatty oak. What did you call it?
Are you yourself a woodworker?
No, that's Robbo. And also Pip. Pip's he's pretty handy on the tools.
You did the cabinet work, Robbo?
I do my own. I make all my own furniture. Yeah, pretty well. Studio furniture.
Really?
But, cool. Woodworking's been my hobby for many years. If you could see my garage, it's basically a workshop.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like Pip's the same. He you go there and he builds everything himself. But the stuff he's built is quite extraordinary without getting too personal and giving away his stuff. But
the joinery sometimes is amazing. Like when people do the fitting stuff in. The most amazing stuff is the Japanese techniques where there's no nails and it's all
really
dovetailed and stuff. Yeah,
that's cool.
I found I very dangerously found a timber place near me completely by accident. A couple of weeks ago, I was driving the boys to their soccer game on a Saturday morning and drove past this place, went, oh, look, there's timber in there. I must come back and have a look. And I was driving past there the other day and went in and they've got all this reclaimed timber from 200-year-old buildings and all that sort of stuff. Wow, and I was walking in there because I want to redo my studio. And I was walking there the other day going, oh, look at that. Wow, imagine what you could do with that. Oh, look at that. I had to leave.
We built our tables when we moved out of another country and started our own studio, and we built 3 desks. But what we did is we found on Craigslist an ice rink was being torn down, and we got the rafters of this ice rink. Which was
that's cool.
Yeah,
Douglas fir.
Yeah,
I mean, we were carrying this shit up a staircase. We felt like Jesus because, freaking 12-foot long, just crazy planks of wood. We had so much of it. We built 3 tables that were 8 feet long and just bound it all together and plane sanded it.
Clamped and glued. Yeah.
Yep. And we had stuff to give away after that.
A mate of mine made a table from reclaimed timber. It was the old pylons from a ferry wharf in Sydney Harbour. They replaced the pylons and recycled the timber, and he cut slabs from that and made a tabletop out of it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, really stunning.
Nice.
Can I tell my reclaimed wood story?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be quick. So my old place in Topanga, he had retaining walls to keep the hillside from running in down and taking out one of the houses because there was like 4 buildings. And when I moved in there, he said, I'll tell you the story about where this timber came from. And it's a long story, but I'll abbreviate it. It was the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's cool. See, that's
so
cool.
The pier had like taken a huge hit in a storm, and they knocked out a big section of it and took all that creosote soaked timber.
Is that like oil that they soak it with?
Yeah.
Yeah, nasty
That stuff's
stuff,
illegal
right?
now. You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were going to haul all that timber. He was driving along down PCH, saw the wood on the trucks, and he knew this job was going to be a big job. He had to sink all these pilings, to build these retaining walls. And he saw that, and he was like, holy crap, opportunity. This guy was the king, or is the king of like reclaiming stuff.
Yep.
And so he bought the lot. He stopped the driver, and he told the driver, I want the lot. And they're like, fine, you want the lot? You got to buy the lot. You can't take a third of this. You're taking the whole freaking thing. Because they were going to drive it to the desert and bury it in a pit.
Wow.
Not even kidding. So he had to buy the entire load of wood.
But he would have sold that for a fortune, surely.
I don't know. He must have sold some of it.
In a way, it's like, why did he have to buy it? He just saved them all the gas. They should just.
Yeah.
I don't think he had to buy it at all. He had to take I should say he had to take the lot, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So he was saving them money, and he was getting all this free wood, but getting it to his house is a whole nother story, because planks of wood are heavy. Soaked in creosote is much heavier.
Yep.
Totally.
So that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. I didn't know you had that hobby.
A really good reclaim thing is bowling alleys.
Yeah.
I've seen desks. I've seen kitchen
that'd be
countertops.
cool.
Yeah, like they make just really good surfaces.
And on a Friday night when you're bored, it gives you something to do.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny because one of Meg's old offices in Melbourne, the building, they just reclaimed a basketball court and did all the floors out of a reclaimed basketball court, which is kind of weird because you've got like a blue bit here and a red bit there. And
That's kind of what's cool about it, though.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
That's the
Kind
same
of-
thing. With the bowling alleys, you usually keep it intact, so the triangles, like, you're just, here's the section. But
Isn't that shabby chic or no?
shabby chic.
It is.
It's shabby chic.
And the
indeed.
bowling alleys are also interesting because they're very thin. They're not like the planks are very skinny, actually, for some reason. Often. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this desk is interesting because I went down to the timber place to buy a slab of Tasmanian oak, and they had sold out. They didn't have any. It was a special order. And then Pip said, come by my joint and I'll have a look what's under my house. So we went there, and there was because it's a big building. He's got a big factory where his studio is. So as people have built, music studios in there and video editing studios in there and whatever. One of the studios, they decided to reconfigure the whole thing. The people had moved out, and it was one huge, long desk made of Tasmanian oak, funnily enough. And they were about to chuck it in a skip, and he's like, hang on, I'll have that. So he cut it into lengths of about 1.7, 1.8 meters and chucked it in his trailer and brought it home. So I got down there, and he said, have a look, see what we've got under the house, and pulled this piece out, which was covered in rat shit and rat piss, and some fucker had used some orange lacquer shit all over it. And anyway, it's amazing what a bit of a clean and a belt sander can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, it's
really you belt sanded the rat shit into it.
Right? History.
That's the thing, though. Don't you find? And I actually know from working on other podcasts that there is some psychology to this. But sitting down at a desk that just feels good, you know what I mean? You sit down and your desk is tidy, and you look at the desk and you go, God, that's a beautiful desk. It makes you want to work.
Yeah.
I really find that.
Aesthetics
I do.
are key. Yep.
When you sit down, because the last 9 weeks I've been flat out, the boys know why, and I can't say any more than that, but I've been up to my ass in work, and my desk was a fucking shit fight. If you could have seen it, there was stuff everywhere, and over the weekend I cleaned it up, and I sat down this morning and actually went, wow, it was sort of like this weight off my chest almost.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because I even want to take my Amic Big, which is, like this old analog desk.
Yep.
And I want to take the original armrest off of it and the sides off of it, which are these like kind of plastic, gooey, I don't know, like the 90s, kinda like that soft. And I want to put rounded wood sides on it, kind of make it look a little bit more like a Trident, if you know the look of a
I know
Trident
exactly.
board.
Yep.
And for some reason it's like, why? Like, what's the functionality in that? It's like, there's none. It just would look really great.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
It's amazing, isn't it? Like even with this rebuild, because I had to pull everything down, so I had to find a new way of recording. So I went out and bought a new laptop, which we can talk about, because I bought a Mac Neo. Neo.
Oh, you did, yeah.
And I've chucked that in the booth because there's no fans and stuff, so it's perfect. So that's in the booth and I can actually work there. But it's also really cool for doing remote sessions where either you're doing Source Connect, which I'll probably do through this one anyway, but I can control stuff like we're doing a Zoom session where I'm recording at my end instead of, every now and then popping out to make sure the thing's still recording out here. I can do everything on the laptop, which is, but it's just made life so much easier. Streamlining.
those things I think those Neos are a very good option for voiceover people. It's just the right amount of power, just the right number of fans.
Zero.
Like none. Yeah.
I only saw them
exactly.
for the first time the other day. I was walking, I had to go and get a script made up, and I was walking through the local computer store or, department store while I was waiting for the script to get made up, and they were sitting out and I was walking in the Apple department. They're really nice.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I mean, you can always tell when Somerset walked in, first time to do a gig with the Neo sitting there, she went, I wonder if they're going to do laptops in that colour.
What color did you get? The silver?
Indigo blue.
Indigo blue. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks
Nice.
good.
And pretty cool interface too, from what I saw of your photos.
Oh, the PASport VO.
Oh, yes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, that works really well.
Works on the Neo.
Yeah.
Yeah, works on the Neo. There you go. Sorry, Toby. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go.
I'm glad it works well for you. I mean, every time there's a new system, a new Mac, a new anything, it's always like, is it going to work? And when something's built around a rock solid, proven chipset and firmware, unless there's like a sea change, like when things went from 32-bit base to 64-bit, that was a real, line in the sand. I have several products made by Sound Devices, the USB pre, that just were bricked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't work.
The whole lot of the old really nice FireWire interfaces, you just can't get them to work anymore.
No.
Yeah. And that's a
it's
bummer,
like,
right?
It is a bummer because sometimes they're like, oh, this is all I need.
I know. I just reluctantly threw my old 002 rack out because I couldn't do anything with it. It was just like, well, no point.
I just, being the pack rat, I just paired up the M Audio Pro Mix. It's like their version of a 002 with the faders. But I paired it back up with a G4 that I had working. I was like, there you go. You guys are a nice pair together. A
My
G4.
God.
I still use those things for remotes.
Yeah.
Like I did that whole, that Christmas concert with a G4.
Yeah.
Again, it's an appliance. When you have something that's locked in time and it can't update and it still works and it's solid and stable, when will it stop being useful? I mean, at least for that one particular task.
Well, true confessions, my old cheese grater Mac is still sitting under my desk. I use it as a server for the hard drives, and I've also got another one that stopped working in the garage that I use for parts to keep the other one running. So
we still use our cheese grater in the studio for our server to serve up the fiber channel drives.
Yeah, they're great
and
for
our,
that.
And
they're
our
so
FTP
good.
site.
Yeah, they're really handy.
Those were such great computers. Just open them up, 4 drive bays in
That's
them.
right, exactly. Drag
3
them out,
extra
change them
PCI
over.
slots,
Yeah.
like really easy to use. Like two front-loaded CD trays if you want it.
Yeah, I only had the one, but yeah, that's the other thing that they're worth keeping for, because that's the only CD player or DVD player left in this house too. If I want to go back to anything that because God knows I still got a few bunches of CDs stashed away behind me in the cupboard there.
How will you know when the project's finished, DP?
Do you ever finish?
That is a very good question.
Do you ever finish building your studio? I don't think you do.
No, probably not. But no, I think I think I will be getting close. As soon as I get that other bit of room finished, that's it. I'm done.
Well, then you sell the house.
And then we sell the house and have to start again, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Tell you what, this is getting, my end's very crunchy. I'm looking at my waveform. That's something else I need to set up.
Crunchiness. I'm hearing phasiness, but not crunchiness.
Everything's good over here.
Yeah.
Just because you're far from the mic right now.
Yeah.
It's finally not my fault.
But
Yeah, Robert's got decent audio for a change. Far out.
Yeah.
You must be
I'll have to
tired.
do something.
It was really weird. I was like, who am I listening to right now? I'm hearing the full frequency spectrum of your voice. It's weird.
You see, the thing is, you can't fuck with me anymore now because I can just regen it. So, you know,
yeah.
that's it.
That's
Exactly.
right. Yeah, damn it.
Speaking of regen, it's a tangent episode. How much is that being used now in production? Is that
haven't
making
used
waves,
it,
so to speak?
I haven't used it for anything.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had no need, to be honest.
Yeah.
The project I've been working on, it was one that I actually did keep regen in the back of my mind because it was one that could possibly go sideways because it was a whole bunch of stuff that was shot on a really fast turnaround, and I sort of had it in the back of my head that if anything shit came through, I'd fix it that way, but I had no need.
That's good.
The soundo was actually really good. He did a great job. Sent me files and stuff that were just so easy to work with.
Yeah. Gotta love that.
Yeah, especially when you're under
That
the
is the
pump.
best.
Yeah.
now that we have tools that can fix anything, everybody gets their act together.
Exactly.
Well, it's the problem with the AI stuff, and we've said this 100 times, is it's not predictable. It's really not that predictable. I have a client who uses it to make his thumbnails for YouTube videos.
Regen?
And AI. He uses
AI.
whatever dumb AI thing. I don't know, whatever he uses. You know, it's AI. And so he makes thumbnails. And the other day I looked at his video on YouTube. I watch YouTube on TV. So I see his thumbnail and I go, I know that's supposed to be him, but it does not look like him. Like if he was in a lineup, they'd say, no, that's not him. You know what I mean? Because it's an AI rendition of what he looks like, but it's not actually what he looks like. But he used it on his thumbnail anyway. I guess, well, he looks better than me, so I guess I'll use that.
Exactly.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So what weird stuff have you guys found? Because I've found some really weird things lying around here. I've got the Telos Zephyr, which is not that weird, but that got dug out. I've got a Korg M1 box.
That's worth money.
Yeah.
Like a rack
insane.
M1.
Yeah.
That's worth some bread. That's a classic synth.
It's old enough now to be desirable again?
Oh, gotcha.
Some of those digital ones are starting to hit again. Like, for example, like a Roland D50, which is like the LA synthesis one.
Right.
A DX7 will catch some dough.
But an M1, that's FM synthesis, right?
The M1 was Korg's, I forget exactly. It was probably like Wavetable, not necessarily FM.
Oh,
'cause
that might
most
have
of
been
the-
Wavetable. Yeah.
most of the FM stuff was Yamaha, like the SY55s, and they began combining FM synthesis with Wavetable, like using FM for the. But I mean, the M1 itself was like one of the first like sample based ones where shit began sounding really real. You know, like holy cow, the M1 piano was like, I've got a piano. So if you want any, I forget who would be. Like maybe
I remember we had
Cure.
one in high school. We had one in 1994, 95 range high school.
Yep.
And it was just the cool keyboard, you know?
Yeah.
It had the coolest sounding patches.
We in
was
high school
pretty
we had the
serious.
DX7s, and then the station that everyone wanted was the Akai MPC 60. That thing was just like everyone wanted onto that thing.
The patches on it were awesome simulations of real instruments.
Yeah.
But yeah, the M1 piano, it's most iconic for the 90s house music.
Ah, yeah. A night like
You
this.
think of that, it's like, that's M1.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah,
The Lush pads. Yeah, the Lush pads.
two SSL2
Absolutely.
interfaces I've found.
were they just
Two of
were they
them.
were they holding up
Two.
your table as foot
I know you
legs for the
bought one.
table?
How did you end up with two?
I bought two because I used to take one with me. Fucking anyway, whatever. But there's two. I found one in a bag and there's one in the cupboard. What else did I find? That's really kind of weird. No, I can't think off the top of my head.
Your ISDN box, you said.
ISDN box, yep. Oh, I know what I found. Yeah, I've got a Betamax.
Ooh.
And
Really?
But I forgot to take the batteries out the remote control, and that thing, it looks like a balloon now. So I think that's in the bin. That's gone. I couldn't even open up the battery compartment. It's just like
you should get the
full.
F1 attachment to it and then record some audio onto it.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious because I've got so many beta tapes here because I did get it serviced 20 years ago.
Some of those things like start catching value because like trying to find a working DAT machine these days can be a project.
My stereo, my JVC Hi-Fi.
Boombox, like built
No. It's a Series A. So it's got a cassette, obviously an amplifier with the smiley face, amp, cassette, tuner, and a record player turntable. Yeah.
all built into one.
No, it's actually separate boxes, but I bought
separate,
it as
yeah.
one thing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's pretty cool. So that's going to be getting used when I'm sitting here between YouTube videos.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So interesting.
What's this beat?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is that something from the M1?
Is that something I should know?
It said it was, but it says it was made with a Fruity Loop Studio Contact and Korg voice samples.
Was it
I don't
Fruity
know.
Loops?
Yeah.
That's what it said it was.
I'll tell you how you know the M1 is a classic because I believe they have pluginized the M1.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. But who's licensing it? Korg directly,
Korg.
you think?
Yeah, Korg. I think Korg is. Well, no, maybe not. I mean, who those guys? Arturia.
Oh, Arturia.
Yeah, they do all the classic synths and whatnot.
Yeah.
They've been beginning to model the digital ones. You know, like the Fairlight. They've got models of Fairlight makes a model, I saw that at NAMM. Someone had a Fairlight model. Someone also has a Synclavier model. It's like all the classics coming back.
So I wonder what the M1's worth then.
Probably worth a little bit less because it's the rack, but I'll bet you I'm gonna throw a guess and I'll go on eBay. I'm gonna guess that thing's worth $400.
It's 400 US. Yep. Okay.
Worth the hassle selling, in other words.
Yeah. So
I should ask you that, AP. What is your threshold of pain for selling shit?
Very high.
There's a certain price point where you're like,
fuck it.
It's funny.
it's not worth my time.
It's funny because I've got that big E-desk, which is the thing that I've had all the gear in, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Is it a single rack space or double rack space? It's a double. I'm looking at one right here on Korg M1 rack module with samples and popular Mexican music. I don't know why they say that. It's popular with Mexican music, though. There's another guy trying to sell one for $450, so I was pretty close on that mark. But there's two of them on eBay. One selling for $950, $450, another one for $490.
yeah.
The Korg M3, which is not the M1, that thing's $180. Another M1 rack for $571. Buy it now.
Has to be
Yeah.
one.
yeah.
AI here is saying 900 to 1,300 Aussie dollars for a clean serviced or expanded unit.
Oh, okay. I'll get that on Facebook Marketplace then. And,
Not bad. It's almost
Okay, and then you can go and
appreciated.
buy something else for the studio.
What did you
Yeah,
trade it
no.
for? Do you remember a mic? It sounds like you made a good trade.
yeah. Well, it was actually an expensive mic though. It was a JZ
Oh, yeah. It's probably a $900 mic.
47, I think I swapped it out for. So they're about 1,500 US, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. JZV47 mic.
While you're talking, I'll play back the entire drum kit from the M1.
Thank you, George. Andrew, I think you made a pretty equal trade here. The V67 from JZ
Yep.
is a $650 mic.
Oh, I did. That was what I swapped, the 67, because I swapped the 47 with a guy in Melbourne to get a 416.
There's one in the box new that someone wants 1,100 for, but
Yeah.
it looks like they're
nice,
not
nice
quite.
too. Wooden box they come in, and very nice.
Yep. Maybe there's another guy that seems to want $1,500. Maybe that one for. Is that buy it now? Or
You
is
can
that,
want whatever the hell you want. All I ever look at is the completed listings.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I want to see what they actually
That's
sell
true.
for.
Yeah,
that's
as
a very
opposed
good
to-
point. That's
I know in bicycle land, you've got stuff on there, and it's like, I know what I have. And you're like, okay,
Yeah,
no, you
buddy.
don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
And at that price, you'll be keeping it,
And
man.
the answer is you still have it.
Yeah, that's right. There's dream and reality, the two different things.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's
Exactly.
there. And what else I found? I found a pair of Sennheiser in-ears.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember us talking about those.
Yeah, I forgot I had those. That they're lying around. Yeah, what else is in there?
Some panties back there. What else?
Only mine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Y fronts.
Yeah.
I mean, the panties were used as a pop screen, right? That's what you're using them for.
Yes, indeed.
What did you think?
As long as they're
that's all.
clean.
Off the top of my head, that's all I can remember finding. Yeah. Oh, I've got so many mic stands. I have no idea why I've got so many. Music stands, I've got too many of those as well.
You might have to record a choir one day. You
Yeah, I
never
know. Well, I can certainly supply mic stands and music stands for them.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, or an orchestra.
I was
or something
hoping
like that.
to tell you what my weird thing that I found by just playing a sound from it, but I don't have any 9-volt batteries,
Oh, damn
so I
it.
cannot.
Oh yeah. Andrew, I was going to say
disappointing.
you've got the Korg and you don't even have a controller for it.
I've got a keyboard, so it goes straight into a keyboard.
You do have a keyboard. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it goes into
that's a controller.
it's a MIDI. Yeah,
A MIDI.
controller. Yeah,
You have something with MIDI, yeah.
Yeah, MIDI controller.
yeah.
What kind of keyboard do you have?
That's a very good question. I can't remember. Sound something from memory. It's not in here. I put it into the shed because it was
Oh, okay.
taking up too much room. But there
Sure.
was a discussion had that because I know there's a guy in town who's desperate to get a studio because he had one in Melbourne, got nothing here, and he does quite a bit of post. And I'm kind of thinking, you know what? Maybe you would like to come and work from here for
There you go.
a price, and then just rent the joint out as well.
There you go.
It'd be less
Live
lonely,
in a
wouldn't you?
Soundos town or something.
Yeah.
Everybody there.
You just have somebody else around to talk to, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, because I've become so fucking,
Picky about how you have your stuff.
you just can't be bothered talking to people. And also, they always do stuff that you don't want. Like, don't touch that. What are you doing? Why are you adjusting the levels on that?
Or if the guy comes over to their work, you could be like, I don't like that sound. No, that
Yeah.
one's good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
just start
Yeah. And all of a sudden, I come in to do a gig, and it's like, where's that gone?
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no.
And the temptation would also be there to go, who the fuck voiced that?
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah.
Can that? Why can't he pronounce that word properly?
I
What's
can
going
do
on?
better than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, do you want me to go and do that properly for you, mate? I mean, come on, seriously.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, it is tempting, but it could also be really annoying.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think it would become
do
annoying.
you have like
I can't
outside
imagine.
access? Can someone get into your studio without going through your living room or your?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
he's
a
in a
separate
garage.
building. Yeah,
It's a separate building.
yeah,
I never knew that. Oh wow.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it's posh. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it was a garage, but it's not anymore.
Yeah.
But
I know, because I
yeah.
thought about renting out my booth too, and it's just like the idea of people coming in and out of our
I can't
place.
imagine sharing my space with anybody.
There really wasn't
yeah.
that much traffic, right, George?
No, there was none.
Yeah.
And then people need it when they need it. I'm like, oh, you need it now? Like, no,
I'm
no,
at the
no, no.
beach.
Yeah.
I'm riding my bike.
Yeah, I'm humping my girlfriend.
That's right. I mean, and let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we're not in the studio, you're usually doing something else anyway. Because I mean, you know, you spend so much time in here that when you do get out, you want to go and do something.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
you guys. but
Sometimes
that's
I
how
go in
am.
the house and watch YouTube videos, but usually I do it from here.
YouTube.
YouTube videos.
Did you guys see my new piece of equipment on the shelf right here? That you
I
guys
can
can't
see a
in the
drawing or
podcast?
something. What's that?
Is that an Etch a Sketch?
Yeah, it looks like an Etch-a-Sketch, doesn't it?
It looks like an
It's like
old monitor.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a
computer
vintage,
monitor.
like 14-inch computer monitor with the CRT removed and a picture of me poorly scrawled
is that
on a
what you
piece
did?
of cardboard. It's stuck
That's
in the middle
funny.
of it.
I can't see it. You're all small. I can't see that, George.
Do you
I don't
remember
know.
the days of working on those things? My God.
Except you look like Dennis the Menace.
I remember spending $250 on a 640 by 480 monitor. I remember spending $1,000 on a big 19-inch monitor that was a pain in the butt to carry. The thing was heavy.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll circle back to modern times. One of my clients has the Apple display, whatever the current one's called. Is it called the Studio display? I think that's what they call it. Not the Pro one that was like $5,000, but it's like a $1,600 Apple display. She's had to get it fixed twice now.
Oh, geez.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the absolute worst deal in all Apple products. While the Neo is an incredibly good value, the Apple display is a terrible value.
I've never, like, it's like a lot of the Apple accessories, like the keyboards are really nice, but they're not nice enough for the extra price.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like,
the trackpad I can't replace because nobody makes a trackpad that does exactly what the Apple
that's
trackpad
true.
does.
That's
so
true.
that
There
I
are
can't
some
get away with.
details. Like the Apple, if you look at an iPad and then they make this stand/keyboard for it, it's like, are you kidding me? I think that stand keyboard is like $400 or $300. It's like, forget it.
Buy a MacBook Neo.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
Well, I got some crazy free stuff too. My client, I was getting rid of things that, he can't give his kids because he doesn't have any. He gets the stuff. So I walked out of his house with an Apple Hi-Fi. And if you guys don't know what that was, this is Steve Jobs, his baby. In 2006, he said, this is the only speaker I listen to. And he came out with the Apple Hi-Fi. It only has a line in on the back and a 30-pin iPod dock on the top. That's it. Fortunately, you can buy a Bluetooth adapter that plugs into the 30-pin. It turns it into a Bluetooth speaker, and I have one. I got it for $20.
yeah.
But so anything you have laying around that has that stupid 30-pin,
Yeah.
you can now breathe new life into
Well,
it.
you've
with
just
a
solved my
Bluetooth
problem for
adapter.
me because I actually do have that issue.
Well, there is also
I can't believe
there
it.
is also
I can't believe
because I bought the 30-pin to Lightning adapters because that Alesis that you gave me.
yeah.
I
Well,
got
that's
it
what's on
working.
this thing. It was one of those clock radio things that you used to dock your phone on
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
to your bed.
Yeah.
And I want to use
They're-
it in the boys' bedroom because they want to be able to play music. And I've had this thing lying around forever. And I thought, great, it solves two problems. Gives them a clock in their room so they're bedtime, school time, blah, 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 and all the rest of
Yeah.
it. And then I thought, how's that going to work? But
I know.
There you go.
They're
You've
in
just
every
solved my
they're in
issue.
every hotel in the United States almost.
Yeah, and they still
Freaking-
have 30-pin adapter. It's
30-pin
Yeah.
thing. So yes, you can plop a Bluetooth adapter for $20 US and turn it into something useful again.
So Steve Jobs didn't care about stereo. He just wanted
Yeah.
one speaker.
nobody cares about stereo anymore. Tanae just went out and spent $700 on some JBL party speaker thing, right? Because she bought an outdoor movie projector,
like
right?
the
So
one
so the
big
kids can
18-inch?
when the kids have birthday parties. Yeah, it's like a big
Right.
thing, and it's just
One
one
big-
big speaker.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares
Yeah.
about stereo anymore.
And what is it
that's
these
true.
days with putting freaking colors on the speakers?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this thing
I
flashes in time, and
Yeah.
I think it's the dumbest. Like, let's make our speaker look cheap.
Did it also come with a wireless handheld mic?
yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what
Yeah.
they're selling at Costco in the States for $3.99.
They sell
Yeah,
those.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about- that's
those
probably
things
the
can
same,
put
yeah.
out some serious bass.
Oh, those things are loud.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this thing's really loud. She connected it to our TV to test it. And I just thought I was to see how loud this thing goes. I just went crank, nearly blew my bloody head off.
Yeah.
you can do the Howard Stern thing with them.
For those
Well,
who
the
know.
hi-fi,
Yeah.
the hi-fi, I noticed wasn't as loud on batteries, which I expected, right? But I looked at the specs and I couldn't find any because Apple doesn't post specs, but the Russians do. So if you go to the Russian Wikipedia page, found for me by ChatGPT, it said the speaker is rated at 300 watts RMS, 600 watts peak.
Jesus.
which is quite a lot for a
It's
speaker.
not that big.
Portable. It's a maximum output before distortion is 108 decibels.
This is this
pretty
Apple speaker you're
respectable.
talking about?
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
thing
loud.
is serious.
And
What
you
is it,
put
an
D
8-inch
batteries
speaker?
in.
An 8-inch
No,
or
not
6-inch?
even. It's got like a 6-inch or 5-inch driver in the middle for the bass, and then it's got one full range driver on each side for the stereo.
And a tweeter or
It's two-way, but it has
Two-way.
it's stereo, so it has a two-speaker, like a boombox.
Yeah.
It's the size of like a medium small boombox, and in the center of it is the woofer. Because this thing was $600 US, which is why it didn't sell. Everybody's like, I don't want a $600 speaker, but and this is before Bluetooth, and it wasn't that portable. Runs on 6D batteries, but it.
you wait, you can't plug it in the wall?
You can.
You
Yeah.
can, okay.
It plugs in. My client even had the bag for it. Nobody has the bag for it,
Yeah.
but I have the bag for it. And it has a flap that zips open so you can leave it in the bag and use it without it getting
Does it
beat
have
up.
grill protectors for the speakers, or is it just tiers of speakers?
Yeah. It's got a grill over the speakers. I mean, you guys can't see, but
Yeah.
here's the grill and there's the drivers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it is
Oh, no, I'm
ported.
sorry.
It's ported.
ported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's got ports.
But interesting, no tweeters. I mean, no silk dome tweeters.
Yeah,
Just,
these are full range drivers.
yeah.
And they're pretty. It's a very mid range forward speaker. I'll just
Sure.
tell you that it voices anything with vocals like clear. The vocals are
Well, for obvious
really
reasons, I guess.
crystal
Makes
clear.
sense.
Like I was listening to Sarah McLachlan
Yeah.
lately. If you want to hear a nicely produced album, listen
Oh,
to
that
her
stuff is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
latest album. Well, everything she's done is beautifully recorded and produced, but the latest album is particularly interesting. I was reading about it, I think in Recording or Mix or one of those magazines, and reading the engineer who produced it and hearing the detail of work that went into producing its tonal palette, just all the sounds. It's not just conventional instruments. There's like all kinds of layers of stuff. But anyway, it's a fun speaker. I don't know where I'm going to put it because I already have speakers in literally every room of my house times more than one.
Where was Sarah McLachlan's album recorded? Was it in Canada?
Most of that stuff's in Canada. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. I have
It
to
was
look
recorded in the studio.
Yes, it was recorded
As
in the
opposed to a
studio.
bedroom. Yeah.
Indeed, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, only the best. Only the best. My college engineer professor at Virginia Tech was obsessed with Sarah McLachlan even back then, and I think it was because this stuff was so beautifully.
Yeah, I saw her
Engineers.
in concert play with the Chicago Symphony because
Oh, nice.
her keyboard player is a Source Connect user, and just one of those things. Every now and then, like there's some sweetheart person, and the guy remembered that we were in Chicago, and he's like, "Hey, I'm in town," and got some tickets, and I was like, "Let's go, Sage," and that was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
She's a good performer. She's got a great voice.
Yeah, beautiful sound, beautiful tone, interesting songwriting. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I sometimes I get past the songwriting just to hear the music.
I think the
doesn't-
worst thing that happened with her is she got a little bit too associated with the look at this cute dog. Don't you want to adopt it?
Oh, you mean her music just got
Well, she got
repurposed?
used on some sort of spot for Save the Dogs. And it just got played into oblivion.
Yeah.
But was that Beating the Dog? Yeah.
Wow, that's loud, isn't it?
Dude, that thing is paired up perfectly with its vintage player.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what's on the player. My client likes classical and soundtracks, so that's what's on.
that's his iPod too.
Yeah, that's his iPod.
Oh wow.
It still works.
You know what that little sparkly
Everything's-
synth intro thing reminded me of? Do you remember Mr. Mister?
Korg M1.
Yeah, Mr.
Do
Mister.
you remember Mr. Mister?
Yeah, Broken Wings.
Oh yeah. Broken and take.
Oh, you're right.
The sun down this road.
They're an Australian band, aren't they?
No, I think that was
I think they were
Swedish.
Yeah, they weren't here. They weren't.
Really?
Yeah, they were European of
I don't
some
know why I
description.
thought they were Australian.
Broken wings. That one?
No, Kyria is the song that synth reminded me of, but yeah, that's the one. That's right.
There was so much beautifully produced music of that era.
They were in the club of trench coat wearing bass players.
I don't know what it's like over there, but 80s music here has never gone away.
I hate to say this, but Mr. Mister are actually from Arizona.
Are they really?
Mr. is from Arizona, really.
How about it?
There you go. But yeah, it's never really gone away here, 80s music. And I firmly believe, look, I mean, I think there's a couple of things, but I mean, the thing that really I find interesting is when you talk to these guys, and mostly they're Aussie bands that I've met, but they all used to jam together, right? Before they became bands, or even when they were bands, right? They would just jam. They'd just get together and play. Oh, check this out, blah, blah, blah. They played for the love of it. And I wonder now whether there's this, because now there's this complete flip. It's just all about, do I look good and how do I make money? That
and producers.
And producers. Yeah. But the whole music side of thing has gone.
Yeah.
There's not, I mean, the ones that are playing together tend to be more some of the metal stuff.
Yeah.
But the pop stuff isn't so, like the pop stuff is all overdubbed and built up by a producer more so these days than... But there's still some indie rock. I mean,
you got to dig.
Oh, I'm not bagging
on the radio.
Bagging current music completely.
Yeah.
But there's just there's no Eagles, there's no Beatles, there's nothing that has any longevity if you go back in the last 20 years. There's a couple, maybe Taylor Swift, I suppose, and a couple of others. But when you look back further than that, there's all these bands like AC/DC, Metallica, blah, 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 you could name that have this longevity that's still existent today. But when you go back the last 15 years, there's really only one or two.
I don't know. You can go back and you can say Radiohead's got longevity. There are...
I wouldn't say just 80s and 90s, definitely. Yeah,
there
absolutely.
Are bands
and
that have longevity, but
what's cool right now among my kids' era and APs and stuff is the 90s.
Yeah,
in the 80s,
right.
The 80s.
My kids into
80s
my kids
90s.
into 9 Inch Nails now.
Yeah. Well, it's good they're into carpentry. I mean, that's something that they can have under their belt.
Now that's what I say is a full circle conversation.
That's right. There's the out.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite, with thanks to Tribooth and Austrian Audio. Recorded using Source Connect. Edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Robbo. Got your own audio issues? Just ask Robbo.com. With tech support from George the Tech Whittam. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website, theproaudiosuite.com.